Green banana flour. It's one of my absolute favourite cooking ingredients. I love using it. It's so versatile, it's so tasty, and it's so nutritious. Green banana flour is just that. It's the flour from green bananas. So it's the flesh of unripened Cavendish and ladyfinger bananas. Very green skin, very hard to peel, no yellow on them yet, and the flesh inside them is very starchy and dry and becomes a flour really easily, and then it's used for cooking. Green banana flour is high in many key nutrients, including fibre, potassium, magnesium, vitamin E, and it's a resistant starch. What is a resistant starch? It's basically a food source that is not digestible by the small intestine and helps feed good gut bacteria. So it adds to a balanced diet. To find out more about resistant starch, do your own research and understand what it is and how it may affect your health and how it may benefit your health. So what does green banana flour look like? Well, here it is. It's a little bit darker than regular flour. It's kind of a creamy light brown colour, and it's a little bit textured, so it has sort of a grainy feel about it. It's not powdery. What does it taste like? It doesn't taste sweet. I'm always asked, does green banana flour make things taste sweet? Well, no, because there's no sweetness about it yet. The bananas haven't ripened and formed their sugars, so it doesn't have a sweet taste. So it's really versatile for sweet and savoury cooking. So in terms of cooking and how it turns out compared to other flours, it's quite unique. I don't think it's like any other flour when it's being cooked with. It's not moist and dense like almond meal can be. It's not powdery and fluffy. It doesn't make things really light and airy unless you add eggs and a few other ingredients. And it can have a stronger flavour when you cook with it, which I like because it means I can use less of it and it goes further. Price-wise, how does it compare to other flours? Well, it is more expensive at the moment because it is such a new product, but I remember when coconut flour came out on the market and it was really expensive. I remember it being around the $30 a kilo mark. Now you can get good quality coconut flour, organically grown, for around $15 a kilo. So it's come down a lot, and so will banana flour. At the moment, a good quality banana flour that's been organically grown is around the $20 a kilo mark. So that's not too bad, $5 more than a good quality coconut flour. And quality does matter. Health-wise, the nutrient levels in good quality banana flour will be greater than a poor quality banana flour. So keep that in mind. It goes further in cooking than you think it's going to go. Sometimes when I'm coating meat and fish with it, I don't need the extra layers of egg wash and milk wash. It can just be used on its own with some herbs and spices added in. So how easy is it to get your hands on green banana flour? Well, it's very easy at the moment. It's not yet in the supermarkets. I'm sure they will catch on soon, but it is definitely in the health food stores and available online. And there are a couple of brands out there that are really good quality, and then there are also a few that aren't. So my advice is, if you are getting into cooking with green banana flour for the benefit of your health and your family's health, be mindful of where it came from, who produced it, how did they produce it, did they use organic practices, are they certified, what tests have been done to ensure the quality, and what nutrients are left in it once it's packaged up and available to you on the shelf. So how do I like to use green banana flour? Well, I use it for a lot of different recipes, sweet and savoury, baked, not baked, all kinds of things. I've been using it for a couple of years. It didn't take me a couple of years to become confident using it. It didn't take me long at all to sort of work out the quirks that green banana flour has. Now I use it regularly, a couple of times a week. I like to bake with it. Sometimes I make something sweet like a banana bread or a tart with a biscuit base. And I like to use it on meat and fish. So it's very, very versatile. I also make a cereal with it. It makes a great porridge, which was a fun discovery to make in the kitchen one morning. One of my favorite things to make with it is bread. And I have come up with a recipe that doesn't need nuts. So it may be a little bit drier to use than some flours. For example, nut meal is obviously a very moist flour because of the oils that are in the nuts. So it becomes a little bit dry when cooking with it, but you just need to add certain oils and fats and eggs, but it doesn't take a lot of eggs like some coconut flour recipes call for, which is great. So you save money there, not having to put a dozen eggs to make a loaf of bread. My recipe is just 4 eggs and it becomes quite light, not really moist, but fluffy, light, tasty, and very, very easy to use. So it's great for toast. I've got toast here with some homemade jam. You can then turn the bread into something sweet by adding dates and fruit and things like that. And you can change up what you're doing with it just by adding other ingredients. So fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, herbs and spices. There's so much you can do to jazz up your banana flour. It can take a little bit of time to transition your taste buds over to green banana flour. I remember when I started cooking with it, I loved it. I loved it straight away. I love the flavor. I find it really, really tasty. It's got a lot of flavor to it. So it adds flavor to your dishes often. Clint was a little bit slower to get on board. He found it was really strong flavor. So he needed a bit more time to get used to it. And now he doesn't say to me, oh, gee, that just tastes like banana flour. He says, gee, this is really nice, hon. Good job. So he's used to it. So it definitely is a unique flavor, taste-wise, texture-wise, and technique-wise, but it isn't hard to get used to using it. And I have created a lot of original recipes using it. So if you like to follow recipes to make something, I've got them there for you, and then you can change them around how you like. I guess most people's apprehension around trying green banana flour is they don't know what it tastes like. Will I like it? Will my family like it? Well, you're going to have to try some to find that out because it is so unique. So grab a small bag of it if you haven't tried it before. Use one of my recipes so you know that it's going to turn out into something that works, and see what you think. Start cooking with green banana flour. Give it a go. It's really easy, really versatile, really nutritious, and I highly recommend it.